Good morning, good evening, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Barra, and we are here for a review for AEW Dynamite, August 20th, 2025. This promotion caught me a little off guard, not gonna lie, after the whiplash that I kind of received from NXT being nothing, and the news from WrestlePalooza, I did completely forget that it was a Wednesday. You gotta excuse me for that, folks. We are here though, and we are going to be getting to the dub. They are live out of Glasgow tonight. Glasgow showed up in massive. The setup looks amazing. The venue looked great. The crowd was just about as tuned in as you could be as a European crowd. You know, they don't get a lot of wrestling promotions over there, especially some of the bigger name ones. It's very fitting. We start off this episode of Dynamite with Ospreay. He comes out and he says that he is not actually medically cleared for Forbidden Door, but he took things into his own hands. Now, I don't know if this is working on, but I harken back to when I was saying how unsafe it was for this company to be working Will Ospreay the way they've been working him, with him to have a hypothetical injury. That to the severity of, 2 discs in his spine, right? And for him to come out and just kind of be like, hey guys, I'm doing all this, and anything that happens, just not on behalf of AEW, it's on behalf of me, because I'm a sicko, and I love this industry. It's like, I don't know, something about that, it's just very simple, and it makes me literally not want to rip Tony Khan's head off anymore. Now, you have to understand that this is probably some level of a work, right? Some level of storytelling, obviously. But the pieces that they're laying here for, William Ospreay to go out there and just go batshit crazy, cleared or quote unquote uncleared, it sets a real stakes of drama for the Forbidden Door match, and I'm here for it. Shortly after John Moxley comes out, he has a stare down with Will Ospreay. This just erupts into a brawl. A small thing about this brawl that I'm kind of confused about is that, side piece by the way, the ring looks beautiful. Like the ring with the big, massive AEW, it's beautiful, right? Everything about this venue is just gorgeous. The question I have is, where did all these people come from? Like, at first it was Will Ospreay, right? Then it was Will Ospreay against the Death Riders, and then Jet Speed came out, and then that made sense. And then somewhere along the line, the Dogs of Justice came out. Then the Ops came out, and then somehow, someway, Darby Allin appeared in a body bag. And I guess that the Death Riders assumed that this was somebody on their team or something like that. But the Death Riders end up getting the jump on Will Ospreay, and Darby Allin, he jumps out the body bag. They find a way into the crowd, and then Darby Allin, he jumps off of like the mezzanine onto everybody. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I was left kind of just trying to piece everything together as it was going along. But I do understand that, the lights out match is supposed to be, the exact same level of pandemonium, right? So I kind of understand this. I wish it would have been maybe formatted a little cleaner, but I do have to understand that, we are only so far away from Forbidden Door. This is just simply the amp factor, right? Before we get into the actual execution of the match. And Will Ospreay, man, him going out there and just saying like, hey, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but I'm ready to put my life down for this company. Just straight fucking hero shit. Also, Bryan Danielson is on commentary all night. He's amazing. Like, it's great. It's a lot of great things. He comes out and he's like probably gonna be one of the biggest pops of the entire night. He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Next, we get a segment between Edge and Christian. Christian starts off with his normal babble, like, you all are lucky to be here and witness the patriarch in action. But, Edge, he snatches the mic from him before he gets a chance to really go off too crazy. And he starts telling people like, hey, he starts to tell Christian like, hey, what are you doing? These people love us. Like, these people care about us. Like we are supposed to be like working together. Like we gotta put aside our differences. Like you're an asshole and I'm an egomaniac, but we gotta make it work. And Christian says, throughout the entire history of our team ups, this version of me, this is going to be your best tag team partner that you're ever gonna have. And I really am expecting some swerve, because as hard as Edge tried, Christian didn't fully turn face. He just said, I will help you to kind of take down the patriarchy. A little small thing about the patriarchy though, Nick Wayne is injured. as of recently, Nick Wayne is injured, meaning that he will not be on the Forbidden Door card. Instead, they have a comeback for Killswitch. Killswitch comes back, and it's probably just my ignorance, but he really does kind of resemble Beast Mortos, at least like in the attire kind of realm. So I assumed that was just like in my mind, I was like, it's not Beast Mortos, not Beast Mortos, it's not Beast Mortos. But he comes down there and he kicks the shit out of these two grandpas. I can't really say I'm surprised by that at all. The new match moving into Forbidden Door is going to be Killswitch and blonde Adam Rose and versus Edge and Christian. I am thoroughly excited for this match. These are two of, as I said, some of the more seasoned acts. They aren't exactly as quick as they used to be in the ring, but they have amazing chemistry. I think win or lose, we will see a promotion between these two. So I'm looking forward to that. And unfortunately, Nick Wayne can't be on the Forbidden Door stage, but I know the second he comes back, we're going to get some amazing shit between him and Christian Cage, just like we did with Christian Cage and Jungle Boy. Shout out to Jack Perry. Eventually, he's going to be back one of these days. Next segment backstage, we get MJF from Ricochet. MJF, he is talking to Ricochet, and he's essentially just enlisting his help. He's like, hey, I need some people to kidnap. Basically, they're going to go do some terrorism, right? They enact this plan to kidnap Mark Briscoe because Mark Briscoe has been getting under the skin of, or should I say, has been getting under the scalp of Ricochet and his bald ass. MJF says, with Mark Briscoe on your back and Mark Briscoe on my back, let's just make friends, right? I can tell during the performance of this segment that MJF was thoroughly more prepared than Ricochet for this segment. He was thoroughly more prepared. Ricochet, though, he does kind of say, let's make friends, let's get business done. And MJF's kind of outro, pushing the camera out the way, I like it. It's pretty fun. It's kind of him stimming, right? It's kind of him stimming low-key, kind of with that. I'm not sure if we're going to get future matchups, between any other team and Ricochet and MJF, but I am here for it. I think in ring they'll probably have a lot more chemistry than we know right now, and they did have a couple of good moments in that gauntlet match at Double or Nothing. So I'm here for that. We'll be getting to Double or Nothing later. All right, it will all make sense. It will all make sense. We get Brodino versus FTR. This is maybe top 2 matches of the night. And there's only so many matches on this card, right? But this is a fucking amazing match. I'm not 100% sure if DQ was involved or not, because there's just a cheap shot from Stokely, and eventually this leads to Brody Lee being busted open. But dude, there's a table spot. There's a couple other moments that Stokely just kind of sticks his nose in it. I'm not sure if this was an exact DQ 1-to-1 match, but it was great. It was really fucking good. Dax and Cash are maybe doing some of the best tag work I think we're seeing right now. Maybe some of the best fucking tag work we're seeing right now. This match is insanely fucking tough. All their spots are tight. It seems like these guys have a lot of good chemistry just from wrestling back and forth from the tag circuit for a good year. There is a tag team attack on Brody, and Brody, he gets suplexed off the top rope by Dax, and then Cash hits a snooker splash on him. It's seamless, bro. It's fucking seamless. There's this one moment where Bandino, he tries to do his kind of ricochet suplex that he does, and initially I think he wanted to do both of them clean, but he botched it, and they just turned it into a finisher move. And it was okay, that's on the fly. This is what you get from experienced professional wrestlers who are at least getting 2 to 3 production notes throughout the course of their training, right? It's good. It's really fucking good. This match does end up in a draw, nonetheless. We are going to be getting a triple threat tag team match between Hurt Syndicate, FTR, and Brodino. Realistically, I do see Hurt Syndicate going over, but we do not know what is going to happen with this MJF and Hurt Syndicate storyline. I'm still in tune for that, and this could really go anywhere. Truthfully, it could really go anywhere. Next, we get an act of terrorism. Honestly, it's an act of terrorism. There's no other way to explain it. MJF, he has kidnapped Mark Briscoe along with the Gates of Agony and Ricochet. They have essentially waterboarded him, covered him in gasoline, and said, "Hey, Hangman, why so serious?" Bro, MJF, tells Hangman, and Hangman, who's already in the ring, kind of calling out MJF for his cowardly behavior, right? He tells Hangman, hey, if you want to save Mark Briscoe's life before I burn him alive, you need to make the title changeable by count out, make the title changeable by DQ, and you need to make the title non-exclusive to my non-exclusive to my contract. The last one I'm a little cross on because it is kind of reversing everything that we did do last weekend. MJF does acknowledge it, like, hey, you got one over on me, good job, but now we're gonna change it. And it's like, I think in my mind I was expecting this to be maybe the fall from grace from MJF, and I think if he still has this contract, shout out to another YouTube creator by the name of BC Amplified. He kind of spoke on this briefly, but the contract does kind of give an access to whatever moment you want to create with these championships or with whoever holds the contract, right? It's not like it's a money in the bank thing where it's like we can just say it's only this person for the rest of the year. If the contract gets lost in an exhibition match, it gets lost in an exhibition match. Now somebody else is the rightful owner of that contract. It comes to a point where you have to understand the construction of the title shot is only contingent on the contract. So it kind of makes this title opportunity that MJF is going to be getting at Forbidden Door a little questionable, because now Hangman can just go, well, why should you even get a title shot? And I guess maybe it's because he's just a fucking terrorist. Like, I don't know. But nonetheless, that is what we're going to be getting at Forbidden Door. It will be MJF versus Hangman Adam Page for the AEW World Championship, but the contract will not be used. I don't have the biggest problem with that, but again, I do kind of think it leads for the story just to kind of flow in a kind of wonky pattern. But it's neither here nor there. This ends up with Hangman saying, good job, like, you're still the hero, And it's funny because it's literally a callback to what the fuck I said about MJF being so ridiculously over that he was only forced to kill Superman. Like, this is the only way you can make him hate it is having to kill Superman. So, more confirmation that Tony is watching this podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. It's very important. It helps out the channel. But this is good. This is good. This is a really good segment. Again, Hangman, MJF acting their fucking asses off. There's a guy with the Jim Cornette shirt behind Tony Schiavone. I think it's ironic that somebody who even knows the existence of Jim Cornette and who's a pretty elderly aged man, not only was in the front rows of Dynamite, but he was supporting Jim Cornette at AEW when Jim Cornette hates AEW. And if you would ask him, it should get burned with fire. But, the no-names and Jey Uso and Logan Paul, those guys are okay. Those guys are fine. Botched John Cena run, right? The Rock getting his grummy little hands, all that's fine. But, AEW, scum of the earth, right? It's just funny that he was wearing the shirt, that's all. Last match of the night, man, we get Toni Storm, Athena, Alex Windsor, and Mercedes Moné, all in one match. My prayers have been answered. This is a tag team match with Athena and Mercedes teaming up, and fuck are they good. Fuck, they're amazing. Like, they're arguably probably one of the best tag pairings I think I've seen from just the two female talents. Really, really good showing all in all. I was more than thoroughly impressed with Alex Windsor. She has a really good run, at least in the latter half of this match. Toni Storm, she takes like a super nasty bump on the steel steps. I was just fucking out. My jaw wasn't left on the floor. But I literally thought she'd be out for the rest of the match, right? She does end up kind of getting back into the spring of things. The ending of this match is a little stupid. Alex, she hits her signature sharpshooter, and Mercedes was tapping out. But I guess in the flurry of just movements, Athena tagged herself in, and the ref is like screaming at the top of her lungs like 7-10 times, she's not legal. She is not legal. And Alex is just like, what's going on? What do you mean? And she literally like backs up for her spot so Athena can hit the O-face. And the whole time I'm like, bro, you can't fucking comprehend that, like, you don't know English. She isn't legal. Look around for Athena. Like, I don't know. Sometimes professional wrestling just gets a little under my skin, right? And we all want to just go out there and fucking destroy the ref sometimes. But Athena does pick up the win, and this is going again directly into our Forbidden Door card with with Athena going up against Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship, and Mercedes Moné going up against Alex Windsor for the TBS Championship. I am fully on board for anything that these ladies want to do moving forward. I mean, just like with Collision, I think some of these female women competitors are some of the best parts of these shows. They main evented, which means something. These women are main event worthy, and I'm really excited to see what we can see in the future from Alex Windsor. She's a really, really good talent, and I think just some of her moments in this match tonight are going to lay the groundwork for an amazing title run sometime down the future. All in all, I'll give the show a good 8 out of 10. It was a really, really satisfying show. I wasn't left wanting. I wasn't left confused. Even with that draw with FTR and Brodino, you know, there being time, the timer ran up, and now this match will be getting moved on to the Forbidden Door card. I'm on board with it. You know, we do not know exactly if Hurt Syndicate will pick up a win. I'll speak on that if it does happen, but I'm fucking with it, man. I'm fucking with the dub right now. And so far, they haven't let me down. Again, they were in Glasgow. We're supposed to be in London anytime now. See you in London, bro. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. And I'm fucking hyped. Again, I'm always shocked with these guys because they put me in a good mood. There are parts during all these segments where I was just found enjoying myself. Like, Edge tells Christian, you know, like, you know, he's an asshole, but he's my asshole. Like, literally, like this, it's good, man. It's good. It's good. And I'm having a lot of fun. I'm entertained. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we can get next week on Dynamite. Hopefully Collision can ride this exact same wave of positivity going directly into the Forbidden Door. And I mean it, all right? If we catch any other wrestling promotions, AEW or WWE, as long as it makes me have a good time, I will be satisfied, all right? No tribalism here. No tribalism here. This has been AEW Dynamite review for August 20th, 2025. It's me, your boy, Cappy D. Barra. We are also going to be doing a weapons spoiler review going up today, so everyone stay tuned for that. And stay beautiful. Peace, y'all.